Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Good time zones, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Michigan International Speedway for round number 5 of the Piston Broke Truck Series right here on iCast Racing Network. And let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, after the action that we saw last week, I am glad to be back up here in the booth. I am Mike Taylor, and let me tell you what, we are excited to have you all here today as we have some drivers finishing up their qualifying sessions as we speak. As we take a look here at Josh Henry. Josh Henry here in that number 11 machine. Time of a 40. Sorry about that. We are working out just a couple things here on the electronic side. So Josh Henry, he just posted a lap of I think it was a 40.000 if I'm not mistaken. For some reason, it's not updating here on my end, which is okay. It's not gonna hurt me one little bit. Let's take a look here. Oh, we just got about 10 seconds left to qualifying before we do transfer over into our race session and ultimately go over our starting lineup for today's race. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to start getting our trucks lined up down on pit road. And let's go ahead and go over our starting lineup for the East Coast Web Printers 125, live right here at Michigan International Speedway, right here on the iCast Racing Network. And before these trucks start to roll out, let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineup for today's race. And starting on the pole, that number 75 machine of Michael Ware. He'll be joined by Jason Brantley in the number 59. On the inside of row number 2, you got Jeffrey Goodpaster. He'll be joined by Tyler Daniels in that number 25 machine. Rick Deweese in that number 86 machine. He'll be starting off the inside of row 3. And Cole McElwain, he'll be joined him on the outside of that number 3rd row. Shane Fleming in the 02 will be on the inside of row number 4. To his outside, Josh Mayu. Inside of row number 9, Seth Jackson. He'll be joined by that number 72 of Los Williams. Inside of row number 6, Josh Henry in that number 11 machine. He'll be joined by the 16 of Gary Flynn. Jared Gotch, he'll be on the inside of row number 7 in his number 9 machine. And to his outside, the 33 of Bradley Lawrence. Abe Kalufa will be on the inside of row number 8. Brady Gotch to his outside. Inside of row number 9, Bradley Wozniak in his number 45 machine. He'll be on the inside of row 9. Reed Sanders to his outside. Derek Brown in the 62 inside row number 10. To his outside, Alex Henry. Cody Benson will be on the inside of row number 11, joined by the 78 of Armando Melgosa. And Kevin Page. Douglas Hess will round out the field here today as we are drivers begin to bring their trucks up to full speed. Right now, Jason Brantley, that number 59 machine, is trying to make something happen there on the outside. He will have to fall back to that 3rd spot at the moment as he's running side by side with Jeffrey Goodpaster in that number 1 machine as they make their way once again down here for the first time. Right now, Michael Ware is trying to hold off Jeffrey Goodpaster in that number 1 machine as they are coming out of turn number 4. Here's what 2 are running side by side for the race lead for the moment. Pop-up box saying that he overtook the lead. But Michael Ware is not done with that race lead just yet here on lap number 2. Now, Goodpaster is going to go ahead and drop behind Ware. Brantley is going to follow Goodpaster. And now they're going to switch lanes up here in turns 3 and 4. And now you've got Goodpaster making a run here on Brantley for that second as they make their way out of turn number 4 back to the start-finish line. And this is only lap number 3 in the book, or lap number 2 in the books now. As you see, Michael Ware in that 75 machine getting the fastest lap. Really great racing now. Every big wobble out of Goodpaster and Brantley on the exit of turn number 2. But right behind them, Cole McElwain in that number 8 machine. He is starting to move up 3 positions from where he just dropped the green flag 3 laps to go. So right now, he is on par to pick up 1 single position so far each lap. Still side by side here for that third spot as Goodpaster. He was looking on the inside of Michael Ware, but decided better of it for now as they head straight forward here for the fourth time today. Right now, everybody is playing it safe. The first couple of laps were exactly what we were anticipating. A lot of white knuckle close. And now here we are working lap number 5, and everybody's pretty much got themselves spread out in a straight line. And of course, as I say that, there's a battle up here for that second spot between Jason Brantley and Goodpaster. And now Michael Ware, he's being on the attack. Brantley, he will go ahead and take over that race lead. As you see, Michael Ware now trying to hold off McElwain and Fleming here for that second position. Right now, they're running side by side for that second position. Ware, McElwain out of turn number 2. Fleming right there hot on their heels, but he's also got company once again from Jeff Goodpaster as they are trying to regain the couple of positions that they have lost. Because second, third, fourth, and fifth, we're still running side by side here. He's going to secure that second position in the number 1 Toyota. Or I'm sorry, Shane Fleming now flying out of turn number 2. He is looking to get to the back bumper of Goodpaster. Not able to do anything with it just yet. We're going to jump back to as they are looking to make it 3 wide here once again on the front straightaway. If I was Michael Ware, that starting to brew in his rearview mirror. Out of all, really essentially all 8 of these drivers, 9 of these drivers right here. Progress on that, as you see. Still side by side on turn number 2 as we are working lap number 10, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get another mic check in here. So what happened was OBS restarted on me here, and a lot better. The trucks should be turned down some here. We are continuing this amazing battle here at Michigan. one type of racing that I absolutely love. That is the battle that I get caught up in. First and foremost, I am a huge just like you guys. As we have a battle here for the race lead, Jeffrey Goodpaster is trying to hold off Jared Gotch in that number 9. The music turned on. Gotch took over that race. He still has Goodpaster right in his hand. As Cole is starting to make his presence known up there in the high side. Behind that number 1 machine is Goodpaster. Now Mac do something with it here as they dive down here into turns 3 and 4. But along with McElroy, they brought Brentley, Fleming, Ware, and Jackson. And I believe they even brought Brady Gotch with them as well in that number 5 machine. So right now we've got a decent amount of cars duking it out in position here as they are working lap number 14. Too loud. It's a good bouncing acting, so I deeply apologize. As you see a lot of movement there out of your race, trying to break off the draft from Cole McElroy. As right now, McElroy all over the back bumper of Gotch. And Goodpaster and Brantley were all both running the high sideline there in 1 and 2, so it's going to be very interesting to see what kind of that will benefit. Right. Lap 16 is in the book. Now we are working lap number 17. Jared Gotch, still your race leader. Everybody currently single file. So a little bit further down the field. We're going to go catch up with this group back here, which has Klaus Williams, Abe Kalufa, Reed Sanders, Bradley Lawrence, Douglas Hess, and company duking it out back here. That Santa that's definitely not where you will want to be. So these drivers really have to stop and pay attention to that and try to move it off the wall the best they can, because aerodynamics is very important. Even though it's not a super speedway, you do use a lot of we do use a lot of draft here at Michigan. I apologize. Break part there. The line is elsewhere. 12 hours in East Yellow. And I was just thinking out.
Biscuit can't defend. He's got the outside line for the second spot, and he can't hold on.
Going the long way around. We're going to be 3 wide for the lead as they all come to the line. Who is going to take it in the end?
And here comes Lockwood. He's going to make the move to the outside. Quinn tries to force him off a little bit, but there he goes. It's going to be side by side through turn 1.
Will he be able to cover him off? He does. Weaving back to the left-hand side. Reynolds is trying everything. The kitchen sink is being thrown at it.
They're leaning on each other. Coming into turn number 3. It's going to be a drag race through 3 and 4. Coming back to the line. Here comes Frisch on the bottom.
Richard's going to hold the inside. Tries to be the late breaker here. They're going to be side by side through the final chicane. They bang doors, but keep it clean.
As they're still 4 wide on the run down into the back straightaway. Demerit's looking for a line as well. What is going on in Michigan?
Novak into the fence. They're still beating and banging.
Oh,
and to the line.
He is much faster coming through there. Is there damage on Challenger? Abramitis is ahead. It's going to be a race to the line. Who is going to get it?
We are green flag racing once again here at Michigan as these drivers are coming. Oh, big movement in the back of the field, but they were all able to save it as they continue to march their way through turns 3 and 4. Man, that was a really great save there from a couple of these drivers on exit as we are working lap number 5 of 45 for this stage as Tyler Daniels and Seth Jackson are up here fighting for position. Oh, trouble in the back. 2 trucks around. That's going to be the 87 of Kevin Page and the 84 of Abe Kalufa as they lost it on the exit of turn number 2. Luckily, I believe those were the only 2 drivers here involved in this one. Let's go back here and take a look and see what is happening. Let's see what happened here to Kevin Page and Abe out of turn number 2. Oh, the 84 of Abe Kalufa lost it and came down right in front of Page. Page absolutely had nowhere to go in this one. A really, really tough break for Page. Let's go ahead and go back here one last time and ride shotgun here with Kevin Page. As you see, Kalufa just coming down right into his path, and just very unfortunate there for that situation. Alrighty. And a couple of these drivers are going to elect to come on down pit road. Jared Gotch and Shane Fleming is your top 2 for the moment. I am going to take iRacing away from you guys here for just a brief moment. We'll still be live. You'll still be able to hear me. You just won't be able to see the cars. As I am coming in here to make one really quick adjustment. Alright, and boom, just like that, we are back. And let me tell you what, you're going to thank me here in just a moment when you get to see the amazing views that we are going to be using right here on iCast Racing Network. And a big, huge thank you from Whiplash Simcams for giving us all these amazing views that you will get to see here today. As we take a good look here at the East Coast Web Printers number 59 machine. East Coast Web Printers, they are sponsoring today's race. This is driven by Jason Brantley, who is also one of the primary sponsors of the Pist and Broke Truck Series, presented by the Race Club. So we want to thank him so much, you guys. Go check out East Coast Web Printers and go see what they're all about. They've got some really cool deals. So Jason Brantley, he's going to start back in that third position as we are getting ready to go back green flag racing here today. Jared Gotch, Shane Fleming will lead the field back to the green flag when our iRacing.com pace truck will pull down off the speedway as we are coming to lap number 29 in the books, or 28 in the books, coming to lap 29. Pace truck is off and into the restart zone. We are green flag racing once again here at Michigan. Right now, Jared Gotch got a really good jump right there with Jason Brantley directly behind him. As Shane Fleming, he's going to continue to try to work that outside. But Cole McElwain, he is trying everything to get himself into the top three, but just has not been able to make it work just yet. So he's going to settle down in that fourth position. Brady Gotch, he's back in fifth, but he's got a whole lot of people right behind him, including Michael Ware in that 75 machine. Jared Gotch still out front here at Michigan. Shane Fleming in that 0-2. He's pulled up into that second position. But now for that third spot, Jason Brantley and Brady Gotch will duke it out for that third position as they make their way down the back straightaway. As you see, it's not just those two side by side. You got you got Michael Ware and Reed Sanders side by side. You've got Shane Fleming. He's still trying to work that outside of your race leader in that number 9 machine to make something work. As you see that 0-2, Shane Fleming also being sponsored by East Coast Web Printers. But these guys right now, let me tell you what, they're doing a phenomenal job at keeping these trucks out front. Shane Brantley also with East Coast. Cole McElwain, he's got some East Coast printers on his truck as well. As we do have a caution, Jeffrey Goodpaster out of Indianapolis, Indiana, in that number 1 Napa Auto Parts Toyota. He's going to go ahead and get himself facing the correct direction. Jeffrey Goodpaster, he was up front early on here today. Let's go back and take a look, see what we can find out what happened to Goodpaster on the exit of turn number 2. Just a 3 wide situation gone wrong. That is very unfortunate there for Jeffrey, as he finally lost it halfway down the back straightaway. But let's take a look here in slow motion so we can actually see what was going on. That 84 machine of... Is that 80? No, that's the 10. So 10 was to his outside. There he is. Abe Kalufa. Let's go and go back here. And then we're going to run it back. So the 31 of Cody Benson was in the middle. The 84 tried to make a hole that there was not. And in the process, you see the one machine of Goodpaster just coming in with a full head of steam, getting ready to push on the back bumper of no, stop it. Go back, go back, go back. Alright, let's take a look here. So the 84 tried to make a hole, but it just wasn't there. And unfortunately, Goodpaster did get a really heavy hit on that one. Definitely very unfortunate. Scratch everything I was saying before, because, again, I just had one of my brain farts of the day. Which is not good, not good. But it wouldn't be a iCast Racing Network if there was no brain farts during the race. But let's take a look here. Oh, I'm not even in. Yeah, they're probably all like, where's the broadcaster? I'm right here, guys. Don't worry, I got you. Alrighty, out of turn number 4. Pace lights should go off on the pace truck this time. And kaboom, he's going to reset himself into the middle of the track. As Jeffrey Goodpaster is leaving pit road now. Something just happened to... Ow. Nothing important. Nothing to see here. Alright. We're going to single these guys up here once again. They're going to come at turn number 4. This time we're going to go back green flag racing. But this time we got Jared Gotch, Shane Fleming, Jason Brantley, and Cole McElwain in your front 2 rows. Brady Gotch and Reed Sanders will round out your top 3. I'm sorry, your top 6. But this time, the base truck is going to pull off once again. We're going to go back green flag racing here on lap number 35. And I believe that's going to put us to just about 11 laps away from the end of the second stage. As the pace truck pulls off, it is in the hands of Jared Gotch, Shane Fleming, as they come back into the restart zone. And we are green flag racing once again here at Michigan, as these drivers are quickly getting up through the gears as they head down into turn number 1. Jared Gotch, Fleming side by side for the race lead. And then you've got Brady Gotch and Cole McElwain duking it out back there for that 3rd or 4th position. But now we are about side by side for just about 2 or 3 trucks deep as they make their way here into turn number 3 and 4. Jared Gotch doing a fantastic job in that number 23 machine. Sorry about that, guys. These Piston Broke Truck Series drivers are putting on one heck of a show. I actually kind of forgot I was broadcasting for a second. That's how good this racing is. As you see, Reed Sanders, he's still trying to make it work back there in the back, but that 0-2 Fleming, he's still trying to hold off Gotch, or Brady Gotch, in that number 5 machine. But he still has about 15 trucks directly behind him that are all wanting to get around him so that they can go get a piece of Jared Gotch as they make their way here into turns 1 and 2. Oh, Fleming and Gotch is going to slide up the track, almost make contact, and that's going to slow them up, and that causes a little bit of a ruckus in the back of the field as you see a couple cars dart to the left side to avoid contact with other trucks. Oh, Gotch really loose there in turns 3 and 4 as they will make their way out of turn number 4. As I said earlier here, ladies and gentlemen, that this may not be a super speedway, but with these trucks, it does act like one. And it's just showing here once again why that draft is so important here at Michigan, as now Brady Gotch, he's trying to defend off everybody behind him, as we have a couple of cars almost losing it out of turn number 4. And right now it looks like it's Reed Sanders and Douglas Hess duking it out. I'm sorry, Doug Hess and Derek Brown are duking it out back there for that 4th position. As here comes Cole McElwain in that number 8 machine. He's decided that he's done and wanting to move up. Out of turn number 2. Still side by side racing. I think I messed that up again. Hang on, guys. Alright, we should now have 4 laps to go before we get into the end of stage number 2, as we are working lap number 42 of 45. And right now, big movement out of, was that McElwain? Yeah, that was McElwain, who was mega loose out of turn number 2. Was able to keep it under his seat, as you see that Ally number 62 machine of Derek Brown really starting to make some sort of movements here at Michigan. But so far, nothing huge has happened. Really a great racing out of turn number 2. 3 laps to go this time by. Brady Gotch, Douglas Hess running pretty much side by side now for that second position. And Reed Sanders, he wants a piece of the action as well. But Douglas Hess, he's going to move up into that second spot. He is showing why he is last season's champion. I see flexes his muscle here on lap 44 up here in that second spot. But Brady Gotch is all over the back bumper now making a run. Oh, I'm sorry, that Ford machine of Reed Sanders. He's making a run on the outside of Brady Gotch. And now here comes Cole McElwain. He's trying to do the same thing in that number 5 machine. Jared Gotch will come across the start-finish line here. Doug Hess, he'll come across the line second. Brady Gotch third, and that's going to bring out your caution flag for your second green, white, checkered. I'm sorry, your second Alrighty, your pit stops are going to open up this time by. Who is going to come down and take advantage? Pit down. Pit stops underway. Brady Gotch, he's going to go ahead and do his pit stop. He's pulling out here. Good stop time out of him. They're going to drag race out of pits. It's going to be Jared Gotch. He's going to outrun Brady Gotch for first and second. Reed Sanders third. Douglas Hess fourth. And Shane Fleming in that number 02 machine. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, while we're under this caution, I would like to give a special shout out to our sponsor in the zone. You can go check them out at itzgames.com, and that's where you're going to find all of your Magic, Pokemon, Lorcana, and One Piece singles. All different things over there, along with free shipping if you order $24.99 or more. So definitely go check them out. Let me reopen the website. Let me give you guys a good rundown here of what they've got. And In the Zone Gaming, they are your sponsors for the Lucky Dog. So whenever we do have a Lucky Dog here in the Piston Broke Truck Series, you can where is it? What's your game? Games. They will be your lucky dog, like I said, guys. So, and with that being said, we are Green Flag Racing once again here at Michigan. We are Green Flag. Brady Gotch will lead the field down here into turn number 1. Reed Sanders will make their way into the position number 3. As we have that number 59, Jason Brantley, Douglas Hess. They're duking it out as we have trouble out of turn number 2. Kevin Hurricane Page, he's going to get caught up with Alex Henry in that number 14 machine. As you see right there, ladies and gentlemen, Alex Henry, he will get a meatball flag for this incident. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened. The 14 goes up and he just went up a little too far and hard impact into the outside wall for Alex Henry. And unfortunately, Kevin Hurricane Page, he was just a innocent bystander in all of this. Take a look right about here when they make contact with Henry moving up the track. Look how hard that number 14 smacks that outside wall. He immediately breaks his front tire. And man, let me tell you what, that was a vicious hit. Thank God this is virtual racing. Alrighty, and with that said, ladies and gentlemen, you know, we're going to go back to In the Zone Gaming. So, games.com. It will take you to their website. And like I said, they have a Magic, Pokemon, Lorcana. They host events. And I'm actually looking through here and they have some pretty cool Pokemon here. They got a Mega Dragonite EX from the Ascended Heroes. It is the Rarity Mega Hyper Rare machine, or Dragonite. You know, as low as 330, which really is not bad whatsoever here, ladies and gentlemen. It's not bad. Oh, and I'm looking, and they actually even have other ones here as well. They got some Star Wars cards. That is awesome. I didn't see that last time. Pokemon, Disney Lorcana. Yeah, you can't go wrong with it with this, guys. itzgames.com. It'll bring you right to their website, and that's where you can take a look and see what they have in you know, you'll be able to see what they got and, you know, make a purchase. Because let me tell you what, they've got a lot of good stuff here. Hey, they even got the McDonald's promotion cards. They got 3 of them available. They got Quagsire, Dragapult, and Hatina. You know, 37 cents, 15 cents. Come on. Go get it, guys. Go get it. Alright. I'm going to stop geeking out over Pokemon cards because, well, that's what I do. I got my own collection of Pokemon cards. But we're getting ready to go back green flag racing here at Michigan, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to line them up and do it all over again. Still trying to find that perfect balance here for you guys. All right. Jared Gotch, Brady Gotch, Reed Sanders, Jason Brantley, Cole McElwain, Douglas Hess, Brady Lawrence, Shane Fleming, Tyler Daniels, Derek Brown, your top 10. And pace truck is off. And we're going to go back green flag racing right here into the restart zone. And we are green flag racing once again here at Michigan. Jared Gotch got out to a pretty decent start on this one, and that's going to allow Brady to quickly get up behind him. As you see, Jason Brantley and Reed Sanders, they are going to go ahead and run side by side for that 3rd position. And on exit of turn number 2, your front 10 pretty much are going to run single file until you get a little bit further on in the back. With just about where that Derek Brown number 62 machine is. He's on the inside of that Lucas number 25 of Tyler Daniels as they make their way out of turn number 4. Klaus Williams and Gary Flynn also back there. Well, they were running side by side. But they went ahead and they settled down. And here comes that 62 of Brown once again on the inside of Daniels. He's going to try to make it stick out of turn number 2 right now. Daniels, he's got that outside momentum and the drafting help from the trucks in front of him. That's going to allow him to stay right there next to that number 62 machine of Brown. As you see this, who is that? One truck just... Was that the 84? No. Yeah, I don't know who that was, but one truck, he just absolutely went. Oh, contact! The big, huge contact. The 31 up and over the front wheels of the 70. I don't think it was 75. Oh, no, that was the 20. The 25? Yeah, we'll have to go back and take a look here. But quite a few good trucks here involved. Abe Kalufa involved here. He's all torn up. Cody Benson, Armando, I believe he might have a little damage. You see Michael Ware pulling away here in his number 75 machine. Crazy incident just now out of turn number 2. Oh, was that Seth Jackson in the 10? I believe that's who somebody ramped off of. Let's come back here, take a look, see exactly what happened. The 45 machine, Bradley Wozniak, no. It was actually the 75 of Michael Ware came up the track into the 10. And the 84 had absolutely nowhere to go, causing those drivers there to get the meatball. Look at the 31 just ramp over the 10. Cody Benson going for a wild ride over Seth Jackson. As that will bring out a meatball flag for at least two of these drivers. And it will be Michael Ware and Cody Benson on the short end of this stick. So definitely very unfortunate for those couple drivers. Michael Ware, absolutely strong all race long. Came down for a pit stop. And he just got caught up in someone else's mess. So unfortunately that will probably hurt the day of Michael Ware, but we're going to wait and see what happens there. Alrighty, the lights should come off on the iRacing.com pace truck this time by, as Jared Gotch and Brady Gotch both will once again resume on the front row. And your Lucky Dog Award goes to, I believe it was Kevin Page in that number 87 machine. Yep, Kevin Page quickly hustling around to catch the back end of the field. And for some reason, Cody Benson at 31, he is getting a EOL to go to the back of the field, which he's already there, which is not a problem. Alrighty, pace truck getting ready to pull off here once again, as we are coming to begin lap number 59 of 125 into the restart zone, and we are green flag racing once again here at Michigan. The Gotches will go ahead and bring the field into turn number one. Sanders quickly getting behind Brady. As you see, Jason Brantley, he's going to go ahead and fall in place as well as they make their way through turns 1 and 2. Out of turns 2 here, the 6 and the 02, Hess and Fleming, they're going to duke it out back there for that 5th position. But so does everybody else, pretty much running side by side. Brady Gotch in that number 5 machine. He is looking to retake that top spot away from Jared Gotch, and he'll do just that. As Jared, he'll block the momentum from Reed Sanders in that number 4 machine, but here comes Sanders fighting back on the inside. Sanders thought that he was going to just keep following Brady through, then Jared had other plans. So that kind of slowed him up there. As you see, Sanders get a little bit sideways, and now Brantley, he's fighting on the outside of Sanders, as Sanders is starting to fall back from that wobble out of turn number 2. And so just like that, they are now going to run 3 wide back here for that 5th position. Reed Sanders, McElwain, and Derek Brown, they're all back here duking it out for that 5th spot. They're not afraid to take it 3 wide. as they head down here into turns 1 and 2 once more. And now out of turn 2, who is going to be able to have the better momentum on the exit? Because right now, it pretty much seems like, right now it does pretty much seem like it is equal on exit. So either lane is not really gaining an advantage. Oh, we got one truck up in the wall there as they are 3 wide behind them here. Oh, contact with the 4 and the 62 machine of Reed Sanders and Derek Brown on the front straightaway. Now we are within 64 laps remaining. And once again, we're going to go 3 wide down the back straightaway. The 62 of Derek Brown, the 4 Reed Sanders, and that number, I think it's at 72, but I don't believe that's a 72 machine. Let's see, who am I looking at? The 72 is actually the 04 of Klaus Williams. That's why I was not able to locate his name. But Klaus Williams for, you know, rocking out that East Coast Web Printers website. Out of turn number 4 is still currently looking really, really good. Now everybody has settled down here just a little bit. They're not really as racy as they were, especially up here in the top, I want to say top 7 or so. They've kind of settled themselves down, getting into a rhythm. And now my question is going to be, will Klaus Williams do the same? Or will that 4 machine of Reed Sanders do the same? And just one of these guys might just back off so that they could just turn laps. And right now, it's going to be the 04 of Klaus Williams. He's going to go ahead and fall back here just a little bit as they are... (61-72) still duking it out back here for that top 10. 3 wide directly in front of them. That was the 4 machine of Reed Sanders, Derek Brown, Shane Fleming. That was crazy to see on the exit turn number 2. Still really great racing going on here at Michigan here in the top 10. That 62 Brown, he got loose coming out of turn 2. That's possibly going to open up the door for Flynn to make a run on him down the back straightaway into 3. But no, Flynn's going to stay tucked up right there. But we do see Shane Fleming making a run now on Reed Sanders as they head down in the middle of 3 and 4. And now they're going to run side by side down the front straightaway. Jared Gotch still leads the field with Jason Brantley still directly behind them, still holding them out. As we got a battle for the race lead now. The 59, Jason Brantley, he's looking to the outside of Jared Gotch as they will drag race down the back straightaway. And with a little help from Cole McElwain, that 59 machine, Jason Brantley, he will get out to the lead, but he will bobble, and that's going to allow Jared Gotch to make a run back on the inside. Jared Gotch, he is making sure to use up every inch of that inside racetrack as he is trying to hold off that 59 of Jason Brantley as they make their way here through turns 1 and 2. And now he's going to squeeze up right in front of Brantley. Brantley probably is not going to take too kind to that. As Brantley, he's going to fight back on the outside. But Brady Gotch, he is now standing and waiting to see the bobble right there, just like that out of Brantley. And now here comes Brady Gotch to the inside. He's looking to make a run on Brantley. Brantley all the way down. I'm sorry, Gotch all the way down on that apron, just like a couple laps ago, just like Jared did. But now coming here through turns 1 and 2, now this battle for second has turned into a 5-car tango. The 5-car, Brady Gotch not able to make anything of it. Jason Brantley, he's going to hold on. But here comes Douglas Hess in that Ford F-150. Now, here comes Hess. Douglas making his way out of turn number 4. He is proving why he is last season's champion, as they will drag race down the front straightaway. But due to that draft, Brantley, he's going to regain that second spot. But here comes Brady Gotch once again making a run for that second place. As you see, Brady Gotch almost side by side with Jared coming out of turn number 2. I thought we were going to go 3 wide there for the race lead. Still side by side now for that second position. The 59 of Brantley going way high. And that's going to hurt his momentum. And here comes Cole McElwain. He's going to try to make a run here on Gotch for that third place. But right now, Brantley, he's still trying to hold strong. He gets into the wall, so he's going to start to fall back. As you see the 8 and the 6 of Hess and McElwain pass Brantley. And Brantley, he's going to fall all the way back so far to that 7th position. As you see the 0-2 of Shane Fleming now getting around both of Sanders and Brantley. Good Pastor, he was spun around on the back straightaway back in stage, or early on in stage 2, as he is already knocking on the door of 7th position in that number 59 machine. He is holding, I'm sorry, that number 1 machine. Once again, 3 wide contact. There goes Good Pastor back down on to the apron. It looks like in that exchange, he's only going to lose maybe 1 position to Josh Mayu, or maybe 2 positions of Josh Mayu and Derek Brown. And now, let me tell you what, here we are with 53 laps to go this time. I feel the intensity of this race just absolutely starting to become very heart-pounding, strong racing all throughout this entire field, as your top 13 are all within 1.5 seconds of each other. And let me tell you, oh, we got trouble on the back straightaway. The 62 turned into the outside wall by that number 1 machine. Derek Brown, Jeff Goodpasture. That's not going to bring out a caution, as they were both able to keep their trucks facing straight. I'm going to go ahead and do something I don't like doing. We're going to go back and we're going to see what happened here on the exit of turn number 2. That 1 machine, he just had a very strong run. The 62 Brown actually bobbled a little bit there and came up in front of the 1 machine. As you see not the 72 of Klaus Williams able to avoid trouble. But here with 53 laps or 52 laps to go now, Jeffrey Goodpasture and Derek Brown are having a little bit of issues now with their race trucks due to that damage. So I'm pretty sure these guys are looking or hoping and praying for a caution. Jumping back up here to your race leaders, Cole McElwain in that number 8 machine. He is absolutely on fire today. He is now back up here in that 2nd spot. But Douglas Hess, he's not done and ready to give up that 2nd position, as he's looking to come back on the inside. Not able to get down there. So now your top 3 is going to run side by side. Or I'm sorry, single file. Jared Gotch gets mega loose out of turn 4. What a save from Jared Gotch, but that opens up the door for McElwain to make a run in that number 8 machine around the outside. But here comes Douglas Hess and Shane Fleming. They're looking for the race lead as well. Man, hold on to it. The 0-2 Fleming gets completely sideways. So here comes Jason Brantley now on his outside, moving him up to 4th. As you see, Reed Sanders now working on the outside of that 0-2 machine of Fleming. Still great side-by-side. 3 wide racing behind them. As they come here out of turn number 4, they're going to go ahead and close that door. As you see, Cole McElwain, he's trying to break up that draft there from Jared Gotch. But right now, everybody currently single file for the moment. And that's the key word right there, ladies and gentlemen. It's for the moment. As you see, Cole McElwain, he is stopping that draft from the number 9 of Jared Gotch by running that inside lane. As they climb up here through the bankings of 3 and 4 here once again. And let me tell you what, everything is settled down for the time being. But I do not believe that this racing is going to be over with just yet here today at Michigan. Tyler Daniels in that number 25 machine. He's coming down pit road in his Toyota. We got one car slow here on the back. Oh no, it wasn't a slow car. That was just McElwain. I apologize. The number 9 of Gotch chasing Jason Brantley up the track a little bit there through 3 and 4 after getting a little bit loose. But both of those drivers are able to once again keep control of their cars or their race trucks and continue to push through. As Tyler Daniel in that number 25, he's coming back out on track. Once again, Brantley loose out of turn 2 as these tires are starting to wear down. I believe we're going to start seeing more and more of that looseness out of these drivers. You know, they all came down back on lap 46 and we're working lap number 79 now. So we're coming up on just about 40 laps on tires as we see a couple of these drivers heading down right now to get service on their race trucks. That number 4 machine of Reed Sanders, he's down here in pits. Missed his pit stall. He's going to have to reverse. The 16 of Gary Flynn. Josh Henry in that number 11 machine. Rick DeWeese in that number 86. He's coming down into his pit stall. Beautiful stop right there. Derek Brown in that number 62 machine. He's having a really great day here as well. As we see Douglas Hess in that number 6 machine. He's down pit road. Jared Gotch, he's right behind him as well in that Logitech number 9 machine. Josh Mayu in that 61 machine. Klaus Williams in that beautiful number 72. Cole McElwain in that number 8 machine. Kevin Hurricane Page, he's coming down pit road now. Derek Brown in that 62. As I said earlier, Jason Brantley, he's going to give up your race lead in that number 59 machine. He's coming to his crew members. Along with that Mobile One Busch Light number 5 machine of Brady Gotch. Now we are still just waiting for a couple more drivers. Jared Gotch in that number 9 machine. Black flag. Too fast exiting pit road. That is a absolute no-go for that driver. He's going to have to slow his number 9 machine back down. And oh, I don't even think he actually fully came to a stop then. All right, that Reese's number 45 machine of Bradley Wozniak in his Toyota is going to bring that machine down and into the pit stall. Nice, easy, does it there for that driver. Jared Gotch still down here on pit road. And that's going to turn the race lead over, for the time being, over to Jeffrey Goodpaster in that number 1 Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet. As you see, that number 61 machine absolutely just muscle his way around him like he is just standing still. But that number 61 machine of Josh Mayo getting his lap back. Armando Malgoza out of Mesa, Arizona. He's currently in that second position. He still needs to come down pit road for his final time here as well, as we have just about 42 laps to go. 41 this time once Goodpaster makes his way back to the start-finish line. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you what, right now, this is kind of going to mix everything up, as we have a 3-wide battle back here for this 12th position. As Cole McElwain in that number 8, he's going to get the better end of the deal, as Tyler Daniels and Douglas Hess, they're going to come single file now, and they're going to go 13th, 14th, and 15th. And Jeffrey Goodpaster in that number 1 machine, he's finally coming down pit road, and so does Armando Malgoza. He's going to come down pit road, and that's going to hand the race lead back over to that number 5 of Brady Gotch, as you see them come flying out of turn number 2. Alrighty, Brady Gotch, he will take over your race lead, but hot on his tail, it's that number 02 is Shane Fleming, and Josh Henry in that number 11 machine, he's right there as well. I know Josh Henry has had a couple of issues here today, but so far, turning it around to a 3rd place is not going to be a bad deal whatsoever. Jason Brantley in that number 59 machine, he is going to be just about 1.7 seconds back to Henry. And then just about about 0.65 back from Brantley. You got Klaus Williams in that 04 rounding out your top 10. So, or your top 5. So right now there's a 2.8 gap between Brady Gotch and Klaus Williams, your top 5 for today's event. And I can't believe it, ladies and gentlemen, we are now just 38 laps away from the finish of this event. Give me just one moment here. I'm catching up with my race team. Alright, we're still hanging out back at that 26th position in the 12 hours of Mugello. But Klaus Williams out of Spring Hill, Florida, currently is still hanging out in that 5th position. Shane Fleming out of Concord, North Carolina. He is still holding strong in that East Coast Web Printers number 02 machine. All right, taking a look at our towers. We currently have 3 drivers out of this event. It's going to be Abe Kalufa, Cody Benson, and Alex Henry. That will be your drivers that are currently out of the race, as we now only have 21 trucks remaining here on track. Shane Fleming has finally pretty much got to the back bumper of Brady Gotch in that number 5 machine. So your battle for the race lead is starting to brew. What kind of pressure can Fleming give on the back bumper of Gotch for the race lead? It's definitely going to be very interesting to see what they can do once they get fully to the back bumper of Brady Gotch. If they can get there, that's all the ultimate question. We're going to jump back here to P11 and Brady Wozniak, as he's got that number 8 machine of Cole McElwain. He's starting to make a break here back into the top 10. Not able to do it just yet, but this is definitely going to be one battle that we are going to keep our eyes on. Brady Wozniak still all over that back bumper of Cole McElwain. And just for now, ladies and gentlemen, this right here is our closest battle on track. Everybody else is more than 0.25 seconds from each other. But if our leaders do end up start duking it out a lot better, like Josh Henry here, he's making a run here on Jason Brantley. Not able to get the job done, but here comes Henry. He's going to be fighting back. He's trying to hold off Jason Brantley, as they will run side by side now down here into turn numbers 1 and 2. As that battle for ninth has intensified, as Jeffrey Goodpasser, he's looking to get around him here for that 10th spot. Not able to do anything with it just yet. Things have kind of settled down for the moment. Let's go ahead and jump back just a couple positions here. Back to Reed Sanders and that number 61 of Josh Mayu, as these two are starting to duke it out here for that 7th spot. Josh Henry, he is on fire from Klaus Williams. And this here is for that battle for the top 5 positions. Well, Klaus Williams lost a little bit of ground there as we have a battle up here for our second position. Jason Brantley, Shane Fleming, they're going to come flying down the back straightaway as Brady Gotch has started to actually pull away from Brantley and Fleming. So right now, Gotch, I guess he feels that he has something more than what everybody else has, as he's pulled out to just about a 1 second lead. And now that they have pulled half a second, we're going to jump back to this battle once again, back here for this fourth position between Josh Henry and Klaus Williams as they make their way out of turn number 2. Oh, we have a caution. Seth Jackson is going to be involved. Gary Flynn involved here as well. Oh, as you see, that number 10 machine trying to get himself facing the correct direction, but having a little bit of issues with that here. Let's go ahead and go back, take a look, see what happened here. No. Oh, Seth Jackson lost it out of turn number 2 and came down right in the path of Gary Flynn, as he will make slight contact there with that inside wall. Hopefully there's no other damage to that number 16 machine other than a little bit of aero damage. Alrighty. We're going to have just about 25 laps to go, maybe 24 when we go back green flag. So, as you guys can see, everybody's going to come down pit road to get service on their vehicles. They're going to want 4 fresh Goodyear Eagle tires. They're going to want a full tank of that Yum Yum juice for their Jared Gotcha, the number 9. He's going to be your in the zone lucky dog. I caught you this time. Jared Gotch absolutely lucky with that in that number 9 after getting caught 1 lap down after speeding on exit on pit road. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we should be coming to 24 laps to go this time by. If you thought that last segment was full of excitement, side-by-side racing, you guys better sit down, buckle up, get your popcorn, get your Coca-Cola, and get ready for some more high-octane racing right here from Michigan, from the Piston Broke Truck Series, right here on iCast Racing Network. Just like that, Brady Gotch out to a very early lead. Jason Brantley and Klaus Williams in that 04 machine, they're going to duke it out here for that third position. But here comes Shane Fleming. He's wanting to make some noise up here as well. Oh, as Klaus Williams squeezes himself up in front of Brantley. Jeffrey Goodpaster now in that number 1 machine. He's starting to make his way up through the field once again. He's looking around the outside of that 02 of Shane Fleming. He wants that 4th spot back. He wants to get back up there in that 2nd and 3rd positions where he was. But right now, Goodpaster still trying to make something happen here in the closing laps. The 5 of Brady Gotch, he bobbles. That's going to open up the door for Brantley to make a run on exit. They will drag race down the back straightaway. But Williams and Goodpaster and McElwain, they will also be duking it out back here. We have about a 10-car pack here for the race lead. And right now, it's Brady Gotch versus everybody else right behind him. But now, here comes Jason Brantley now once again fighting on the outside. Brantley is going to lead this lap. 22 laps to go. Like I said, things have just got electrified here at Michigan. As you see, Williams, he's going to slip up the track a little bit. He's trying to hold it. Here comes, oh, Goodpaster squeezing himself in place. These drivers are giving it more than 110%. I think these guys are giving it a good 300% here. As you see the 5 bobble on exit once again. Contact, the 11 is around, almost up in the air. The 6, Doug Hess, he's involved. As so is that number 16 machine of Gary Flynn. Once again, Gary Flynn, a innocent bystander in all of this. The 61 of Josh Mayu, he was involved as well. And I believe we saw Jared Gotch. Jared Gotch, he went down for a ride as well here on the front straightaway. So let's go back here and take a look, see what happened. First, we're going to take a look here at Josh Mayu as they were exiting. The incident did happen in front of him. So he starts to check up. And, oh, he tried to take evasive action and just did a quick little self-spin. No harm, no foul on that one. Josh Henry, though, then that number 11 machine, he was down in the grass as well. He got loose, and then he got spun. And that's what happened there with that number 11 machine. So Josh Henry, very unfortunate there. Tyler Daniels gets caught up here as well in that number 25 machine. Let's go back to see what happened with him. Again, he's all the way back here by himself. That's right. So he moved down just to make sure he avoided everybody. And poor Gary, whoops, wrong button. Gary Finn of once more left to his, not his own doing. He left plenty of room, but just unfortunately that hole closed up really, really quick. And Kevin Page, he's going to be your in the zone, Lucky Dog. And this is just your friendly reminder. If you head over to itzgames.com, that is going to be your home for Pokemon cards, Magic cards, some cool looking Disney cards, and other things there as well. And if you spend pretty much $24.99 or more, you will get free shipping. So itzgames.com, go check them out. In the Zone Games, itzgames.com, for all of your card collecting needs. They not only have Pokemon cards, but they got Magic. I saw that they had some other ones in there as well that I mentioned earlier. You guys definitely want to check it out. Let's take a look. Has anybody... Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We're getting ready. Alright, Brantley, Goodpasser will bring the field back to the green flag. Brantley quick on the gas pedal. As Pastor, Goodpasser, he's trying to hold off that number 5 of Gotch. Gotch, he's going to quickly overtake that second position. As Goodpasser, he's going to fall back to that third position there as we come out of turn number 2. Single foul for the moment for these drivers. But now getting a little bit more movement down the back straightaway. Brady Gotch, he's looking for the race lead once more in that number 5 machine. Not able to get the job done this time by. But that's going to bring them to be side by side here for the race lead. Goodpasser is pushing Brantley to the race lead. And now Brantley, he's going to stay right there in front of Goodpasser. But now he's going to leave Goodpasser to his lonesome self on the outside. That's allowed Goodpasser to pretty much make a good run here. And now thanks to that draft, he's going to be able to absolutely clear him here down the back straightaway. Now Goodpasser is looking on the inside of your race leader, Brantley. So Jeffrey Goodpasser once again taking over that race lead. Out of turn number 4, Jeff Goodpasser, he's going to make it work. He's going to break off that draft. But here comes Brantley from a good push from Gotch. They're going to go ahead and try to retake that race lead. And they're not going to do it one by one. They're looking to do it possibly 3 wide. But not able to get there. As you see, Brantley and Gotch now run side by side. Brantley, he gets stuck behind Goodpasser. And that's going to allow Brady Gotch to get alongside Goodpasser for the race lead heading down here into turn 3. Goodpasser trying to hold off Brady Gotch, who has been very, very strong all race long. Brady Gotch, he will get him cleared here on the front straightaway. Goodpasser is going to quickly get behind him to use that draft. They're going to drive up in front of Jason Brantley now heading down into turn number 1. Here comes Klaus Williams in that number 72 machine. He's trying to make something happen. He gets up into the wall. The 59 is up in the wall. Watch out, everybody. We are all racing. 15 laps to go here at Michigan. Really amazing racing around this 2-mile speedway of Michigan as these drivers come out of turn number 4 here once again. Goodpasture still working on the outside of Jason Brantley. Brantley still trying to hold strong on the inside, but that outside line starting to show more and more speed as these laps begin to wind down. But right now, that 59 Brantley, he's going to hold strong. And now they're going to duke it out. They're going to run it straight in a line down the back straightaway. And now they need to work together to try to reel back in Brady Gotch in that number 5 machine. But Gotch, he gets himself sideways as there almost light contact back there between Sanders and McElwain for that number 8 or for that 5th spot. And now back here into turns 1 and 2, here comes that 59 Jason Brantley. Brady Gotch now retaking the race lead. But now they've got to worry about Jeff Goodpasture and Reed Sanders as they make their way up through the field here. And now they're possibly going to try to go 3 wide for the race lead. Not able to stick it 3 wide just yet. But I have a good feeling Jeffrey Goodpasture, if he can find a way to stick it 3 wide, he's going to do just that. If not, Reed Sanders in that number 4 machine just might. Heading now into turns 1 and 2. Three wide, possibly now for the race lead as we are closing in on 10 laps to go. You guys, this race has definitely intensified. Brantley, Goodpasture, Gotch still duking it out for your race lead. Reed Sanders, he is lying in wait. He is waiting for one of these drivers to mess it up for at least 2 of them. That will get him up into at least that 2nd position. But let me tell you what, you can throw a blanket in over that top 12 all day long. Man, oh man, good racing all around. Got 3 wide racing back here with Klaus Williams, Tyler Daniels, Shane Fleming as they make their way here into turn numbers 1 and 2. Oh, the 2 is getting sideways. He's going to save it. I don't know how Fleming was able to save that out of turn 2, but he was able to save it. 10 laps to go here at Michigan. Your lucky dog candidate will be Kevin the Hurricane Page, presented by In the Zone Gaming. If you guys thought the last 10 laps were absolutely crazy, then you guys are in for a absolute treat, as we are coming down to have, I believe, 4 laps to go when the green flag flies here once again. So you guys, hopefully you guys have been enjoying this presentation of the East Coast Web Printers 125 right here at Michigan, live on the iCast Racing Network. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I am Mike Taylor. I hope you guys again have enjoyed this broadcast, because I know I have forgotten to start talking because of what kind of a race that you guys put on. But man, oh man, Jason Brantley, Brady Gotch, both of these drivers are hungry for race wins. Cole McElwain, he is hungry for a race win as well. Alrighty, and right before we get back green flag racing here, guys. We're not going to be able to get to it because we're getting ready to go back green flag racing. Jason Brantley, Brady Gotch, Cole McElwain, Reed Sanders will bring the field into the restart zone. We are green flag racing here once again. Oh no, the 5 of Gotch spun his tires, and that checked up that entire outside lane. Brady Gotch, that number 5 machine, he has a black flag. He started to go a little bit too early, but he did get the position back. Let's see if they will clear that black flag. If not, he is going to have to come down pit road. Contact behind him. How did that Ford machine save it? Oh, more trouble out of turn 4. Still, everybody... watch out! I think we just saw like 3 different wrecks there, but there was no wreck. But that number 5 machine, he is still continuing to fall back as he needs to get down onto that inside in order to hold on. 3 wide, 4 wide maybe. Down the back straightaway. This here is for your 5th position, ladies and gentlemen. 2 laps to go this time by the 6 gets around. Oh, hard impact for the 6 and the 1. White flag is out, and that number 9 or 5 machine, he's going to get hit with another penalty for entering a closed pit. Jeffrey Goodpasture in that number 1 machine, unfortunately, got hit with a meatball flag here as well. Let's see everything that just went on. The 6 machine, he got sideways, came down and hit the 86, down into the 1, and just caused the 1 to absolutely pound that outside wall, destroying the front tire of that machine. Very unfortunate there for that 1 machine. As you see, is going to start to pull away, and just there was no way for him to hold on to it there. The 6 of Douglas Hess got a little bit of help sideways there, and just, unfortunately, just hard impact into the outside wall for both of these drivers. Alrighty. So we are going into our first green, white, checkered, ladies and gentlemen. Let's find out. They will have 2 green, white, checkered attempts here. Armando Malgoza had issues down near the back straightaway. Derek Brown at that number 62, he's going to be your in the zone lucky dog. Derek Brown with Ally on his hood. He is going, again, he's going to be your lucky dog. Presented by In the Zone. Alrighty, we're going to line them up and we're going to do this all over again. Doug Hess in that number 6, in that number 6 machine. He's going to get an EOL for cause of caution. Brantley, McElwain, they're going to bring the field to the green flag this next time by. Tyler Daniels, Josh Henry will round out your top 2. And rounding out your top 3 rows, it's going to be Reed Sanders and Josh Mayu. Josh Mayu has slowly climbed his way up here through the field, along with that number 86 of Rick DeWeese. These guys have been hanging out in the back, kind of just minding their P's and Q's, but here they are now cracking into the top 10. So really good turnaround run for these guys so far. Right now, your biggest mover has been that number 4 machine of Reed Sanders. Reed Sanders has come up 13 positions to come into the top 5. But we're going to get this all ready and done and over with here, ladies and gentlemen. Jason Brantley, Cole McElwain are going to bring the field back into the restart zone. And we are green flag racing, hopefully for the final time here tonight. Brantley gets a really good jump this time by McElwain. He's going to go ahead and continue to run him hard on the outside as they dive down here into turns 1 and 2. By the way, 2 laps to go. Josh Henry is sitting there and staring at this victory. He is looking for one of these 2 drivers to make a mistake. No, he's just going to send it in 3 wide for the race lead. Josh Henry in that number 11 machine. He's going to try to make something happen. Brantley barely squeezes up in front of that 8. Oh, trouble in the back. White flag is in the air. No caution. So the caution will not come out here today for this for another green white checkered. Josh Henry still out front in that number 11 machine. Cole McElwain, he's looking to make it happen. Not able to do it. He's going to lose the position to Jason Brantley for a second. Brantley now holding strong, but here comes Tyler Daniels in that number 25 machine. He's looking to make something happen here. He gives a little shove there to the 8, not able to do anything. Brantley, he's going to sit uncomfortable in second and out of turn number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, your race winner, Josh Henry, in that number 11 Chevrolet. He will bring home your race win. Jason Brantley will bring it home second. Cole McElwain will bring it home 8th. Tyler Daniels will bring it home 4th. And Shane Fleming in that 0-2 machine will bring it home 5th. All I gotta say is wow, 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 what a race. As you see Josh Henry here, that Boilermaker number 11 machine. He is going to burn it down here at the start-finish line. Wow, guys, what an absolute finish to this race. And while he is still working his victory celebration, we're going to go ahead and take a look here at our race results. Josh Henry led only 2 laps, and one of those laps was the laps that counted. Jason Brantley will bring it home second, and Cole McElwain will come home 8th. Kevin Hurricane Page was your hard charger, coming up 13 spots after getting the lucky dog. Jared Gotch led the most laps with 61. Josh Henry had your fastest lap, and Michael Ware in that number 75 was your pole position winner. To round out your field, ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Daniels, Shane Fleming, Klaus Williams, Gary Flynn, Reed Sanders, Bradley Wozniak, and Kevin Page will round out your top 10 for today. Let's go ahead and... Douglas S. will bring home 11th. Rick DeWeese will bring home 12th. Brady Gotch, followed by Josh Mayu, Bradley Lawrence, Seth Jackson, Jeffrey Goodpaster, Armando Melgoza, Derek Brown, Jared Gotch will finish out your top 20. And to round out your top field of 24, Cody Benson, Abe Kalufa, Michael Ware, and Alex Henry will round out your field of 24. Now, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and talk with our top 3 drivers for tonight. And we're going to start off with Josh Henry in that number 11 machine. Josh, it's Mike up in the booth. Do you got a copy?
We do.
Awesome, awesome. Let me make sure everything else has a copy on you as well. All right, Josh, man, what a crazy final 30 laps of this race. Walk us through what you experienced in that number 11 machine, and man, what did it take for you to get that race win tonight?
I was doing pretty good there until that caution came out. We were in the top 5, had like a 6-second gap on the field. Then we came in and hit. Then I got caught up with a caution with Doug and got damaged, and I was in the back. But luckily, when that last caution came out, I had a set of tires left, and I got the last of my damage fixed, and fresh tires. That's all we needed to fly through the end of the last, I don't know, 5 laps or something like that.
Yeah, that was definitely on my next set of questions. There was, after you got spun out, faced the wrong direction, every which way, and then you're able to work your way through the field. And I was going to ask, well, what helped you do that? Well, that was that fresh set of tires for you at the end. But Josh, man, just what an incredible race for you here today. Is there anybody that you'd like to give a shout out to before I let you go?
No, just happy to be racing. I only really get to compete about every other week, the full race. So I always struggle, but I'm just happy to get a good finish. I had a lot of bad finishes earlier in this year, and happy our team, Seth, Rick, Abe, they're great people. So just happy they're help us out. So
It definitely. Well, Josh, congratulations on your race win, buddy, and we look forward to seeing you next week when we head off to Las Vegas.
all right, well, it sounds good. Thank you so much for the broadcast.
Yes, sir. Hope you enjoy it, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Your race winner, driver of that number 11 machine, Josh Henry. Let's go ahead and bring up Jason Brantley, driver of that number 59 machine. Jason, man, hello.
How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing pretty good, brother. Man, what a ride for you, that final 30 laps. I'm not even going to say anything, but walk us through what you went through that from that 30 lap all the way up to that last caution.
Yeah, I was in a good spot. We made our last green flag, or next to the last green, would have been next to the last green flag pit stop. I overshot my pit just a little bit and lost about 2 seconds to Brady Gotch, but I was able to run them boys back down and got back to second and was feeling pretty good about it before we getting ready to make that last stop of the day, and the caution came out. And I felt like, oh God, I'm not as good on fresh tires as everybody else. So I was kind of sweating a little bit, but worked out, was able to keep my track position and really had a shot to win the thing. But I think Josh and a couple others had saved a set of tires and had a little bit fresher tires than I did at the end. Really wasn't much I could do other than trying to block them and just not going to race that way. He had the strategy and he pulled it off. Good for him.
Yeah, definitely wanted an incredible run out of Josh, but man, I thought you were going around maybe like 15 times throughout the whole entire race, especially, battling hard there for the race win. What helped make you keep your cool and be able to handle the that race truck?
I'm going to tell you, it was so fun to drive truck tonight, Mike. Ever who was in front of you, if they come across your nose one way or the other, whether they cut across coming off the turn or back up, man, it would just either get you dead loose or make you push tight. And if somebody got on your rear deck lid going into the turn and you were leading, it would get you super loose. So yeah, it was definitely some wheel sawing going on tonight. Fun truck to drive. I know I had it sideways a few times, and it's death to heat up those rear tires. So I was trying not to do that. Every time I did get it sideways, I tried to, run a high line and just try and get them cool back down. But yeah, it was super fun to drive the trucks tonight. Super set up under them as far as that goes, where it was real racy. Especially those first 20 laps. I really felt like that last 7, 8 laps. I was saving a little bit and had something to run with them, but never worked out that way tonight.
Yeah, definitely really tough there for sure. But Jason, before I let you go today, buddy, is there anybody that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. I wanna thank you for partnering with us on the broadcasting here. You're doing a great job. And last week, God, I can't remember his name. David, I believe it
David.
was.
Yep.
Yeah, David, it did the broadcasting. We're really enjoying that. Hoping that we can grow the league here. Got to thank Josh and Rick, Doug, and Seth, I know there's some other admins or trustees that I'm forgetting. Those guys are doing a hell of a job structuring the league, and really, really appreciate them. Got to thank my teammates. Paul Travis was not here tonight. He had a granddaughter graduating, so we miss Paul, man. Miss you, brother. Got to thank my teammates, Shane Fleming and Nicole McElwain. They did a heck of a job tonight. Looks like we brought those 3 trucks home in the top 5. Claus Williams, he's a teammate of mine in another league, and he was able to run with us tonight, maybe on a limited schedule, but appreciate Team Grassroots Racing showing up. And lastly, my sponsor, East Coast Web Printers, the company. Got to thank them for being on the truck. And that's about it. Appreciate you, Mike.
Absolutely. Well, Jason, congratulations on your run-out finish, and we'll see you next week over in Las Vegas.
All right, sir. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, driver of that number 59 runner-up driver, Jason Brantley. Let's go ahead and bring up that third place driver of that number 8 machine of Cole McElwain. Cole, what a race for you. You had a pretty much up and down day, but at the end of the day, man, you were on up here on the podium. What was going through your mind that last 30 laps?
Man, I don't know. I thought I ruined it. Spun coming down pit road. I was down. I think I lost probably 10 positions just there. That last caution that come out, I thought we were going to go green. That caution come out, and I was able to bunch the field back together. I was just able to drive from there, picking up spots where I could, trying to stay clean.
Yeah, absolutely. And definitely you did just that. But man, you were able to pick them off one by one, and you're just showing why you're probably going to be one of the top guys we're going to have to watch for this championship this season. What's your plan for next week when we head out to Las Vegas?
I play it by ear. I won't know till practice comes around. You don't know how the track's going to be. You don't know if it's going to be hot, cold, day, night. I don't have a clue what's going to happen. Just hit practice hard and hopefully get a good feel for it and go out and have a good race.
That definitely sounds like a great plan. And Cole, before I let you go today, buddy, is there anybody that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, man, I got to thank my teammates, JB, Paul, he didn't make it tonight. Shane, we had a good team standing tonight. I got to thank the sponsor of my truck, East Coast Web Printers. Got to thank Mike Ware for sponsoring this deal. I got to thank Josh and Rick and all of his admins for the work that they do. They run a pretty damn good program, and I'll preach that as long as I'm here.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, congratulations, buddy, on your third place finish, and we'll see you next week over in Vegas.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, driver of that number 8 machine, Cole McElwain. What an incredible race for today, ladies and gentlemen. We saw a really great side-by-side racing. We saw a lot of beating and banging, and let me tell you what, today did not disappoint. If you guys like what you see here, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and join us next week when the Piston Broke Truck Series heads out west to Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Can't wait to see everybody there. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Mike Taylor, and as always, always remember, no matter what you do in life, have fun doing it. If it's not fun, go and make it fun. Until next time, have yourself a beautiful time zone.